Ahoy! Welcome back to the Museum of Video Game Archaeology. Today's game is the 1999 breakfast classic Captain Crunch's Crunchling Adventure. Developed for Quaker Oats by Cobalt Interactive for their Where's the Captain advertisement campaign that was inspired by the success of Chex Quest. Let's get started by taking a look at the ads that accompanied this game's launch. Credit goes to Mrs. MCL for the compilation. Definitely check them out if you like old TV commercials.
Huh. Where's the captain?
He's very excited to be in your movie. Captain Crunch, where are you? He's cleared his schedule just for you. Captain, I can't stall much longer. He's on his way. Where's the captain?
Gee, we're all out. Captain Crunch will be here any minute. Come on in.
Oops. Art, can somebody please tell me where's the captain?
Today, a milestone. Captain Crunch becomes the first cartoon captain to actually captain a space mission. The crew making final preparations.
Houston, where's the captain?
Yo, what up? Today in the house, wanna welcome a bumpin' breakfast bro who brings the full flavor. The guy called Master C. You know him as Captain Crunch. Yo, let's give it up. Yo, man, where's the captain?
This just in. Information from high-level sources has been confirmed. Something has happened to Captain Crunch. Let's go to Ken Steele for more. Ken?
Thank you, Dan. What began as a typical morning turned soggy and mysterious when Captain Crunch failed to appear at his favorite North Hollywood breakfast spot. Dan, we'll be keeping our eye on this late-breaking story.
If you're just joining us, something mysterious has happened to the captain. Stay tuned for more as it happens. All of America is asking, where's the captain? Here's your chance to join in the search.
Dan, a $1 million prize is to be split among 10,000 lucky kids who can locate the captain. To enter, look for specially marked boxes of Captain Crunch. 3 different scrambled clues,
Is that clue number 2?
a clue decoder, and an official entry form.
Excuse me.
Could make you a winner.
You can also enter by writing P.O. Box 2227, Maple Plain, Minnesota, 55593. Millions will enter, 10,000 will win. New information on what's happened to the captain. A hat belonging to Captain Crunch was brought to a school lost and found. Ken Steele is with the 5th grader who found it. Ken?
Natalie, how'd you know it was the captain's?
Well, it's kind of obvious. Like, things on the sides, the big C. Think I can keep it?
Dan?
The lost hat. A clue or a question. And if we have his hat, then all of America must be asking, where's the captain? Stay tuned for more. We're back with our lead story, Where's the Captain? We reported earlier the discovery of Captain Crunch's hat, but no sign of the captain. Ken Steele has more.
We may not know where the captain is, but we do know where he isn't. His own home.
Where's the captain?
This pile of newspapers and milk bottles tells the story. He's been gone for days.
Gone but not forgotten. The mystery continues, Where's the Captain? Stay tuned for more. It's now official. Captain Crunch is missing. We go to Ken Steele in Cleveland.
Dan, I'm here with Phil Stark, a stock boy. The last person to see Captain Crunch. Phil, what happened?
It was late at night, and I was putting up some Captain Crunch, and I turn away for like a second, and poof, he's Gonzville. It was weird.
Dan, back to you.
And now the search for Captain Crunch begins. This special website and this box may help find him. Good searching and good luck. Captain Crunch, missing since January, has been found.
I came to Volcanica to bring home Crunchium, the stuff that makes my cereal crunchy sweet. Soon we'll be on our way.
Sure you will.
The captain's in trouble, but you can help him by playing the free CD-ROM game found inside specially marked double packs of Captain Crunch. It's a full version game with unlimited play, where the competition is fierce. And right now, you can capture the game free for a limited time.
Good luck.
We're here with Captain Crunch on his way home from Volcanica. Captain?
There's been a slight disturbance, but things are looking up. We've made a discovery! Mystery Volcano Crunch! A pack of lava rocks, a blast of milk, an eruption of fruity fun!
Looks like a rockin' good part of a balanced breakfast.
And we're bringing it home!
Captain, come in. I'm losing you. Come in, Captain.
He did say, come in.
Mystery Volcano Crunch for a limited time.
In my whole 30 years, this is still one of my favorite advertisement campaigns. The campiness levels are through the roof. The game came bundled in double packs of cereal, or one could buy a single box and send off for a copy in the mail. The game CD could also be played on a CD player and would read a narrated version of the game's story. Definitely a unique bit of added media. It reminds me of my 13th birthday getting Doom on DVD and finding out I could play a demo of Doom 3 on my Xbox with the disc. Speaking of discs, this game's cutscenes only played when the CD was in the disc drive. Let's check out the intro.
Hello there, and welcome to Cap'n Crunch's Crunchling Adventure. I've just returned from the center of the earth. I'd better tell you all about it, since I'm going to need your help. You see, not long ago, I visited Crunch headquarters and discovered they were running low on Crunchium, the secret ingredient that gives Cap'n Crunch cereal its gold-delicious taste. I rushed to the Crunchium pipeline to see what was the matter. It was just as I feared. Someone or something was blocking the flow of Crunchium. Quickly, I boarded my Subterranean and shoved off to check it out. Piloting the Subterranean, I charted the course of the pipeline to the very depths of the sea, but I couldn't find anything blocking the flow of Crunchium. It was a real mystery. Finally, I decided the only thing to do was follow the pipeline to the center of the earth. There I would visit the Crunchlings, builders of the fabled Crunchium City and keepers of the Crunchium Collector and Pipeline. I hoped everything was all right, but I began to fear something terrible had happened. I left the Subterranean and began to explore the tunnels around Crunchium City. It didn't take long to find the problem. The Crunchium pipeline had been taken over by a gang of Crunchium thieves, and these scallywags were stealing all of the world's Crunchium for themselves. Now I had to wonder, what had become of my friends, the Crunchlings? They had helped me build the Crunchium Collector, which keeps the pipeline flowing so that we can all enjoy Cap'n Crunch cereal. Stealing all the Crunchium? Tearing down Crunchium City? Well, let's just have a talk with these Crunchium thieves! The leader of the Crunchium thieves was one tough customer. He and his band had vowed to tear down Crunchium City and destroy every last one of the Crunchlings. If they weren't stopped, my friends the Crunchlings would be destroyed, and nobody would enjoy the sweet and crunchy taste of Cap'n Crunch cereal again. I began to form a plan. So that's my plan. I made the Crunchium thieves agree to an athletic challenge. We need to pick the best Crunchling athlete to face their champion in one of their games. If you win, the thieves will leave Crunchium City, and you will be the keepers of the world's supply of Crunchium forever. But if the thieves win, they will force you to leave your beautiful home, and they'll tear it all down with their bare hands. But I know we're smarter than they are, and we can't let that happen. Help? Of course I'll help, but I think I'm gonna need some help myself. That's where you come in. I need you to help me by raising one of these Crunchlings as your very own. You'll need to feed and train your Crunchling, and together we can raise one of these little critters to chase those thieves out of Crunchium City forever.
Alright, so we are tasked with raising a young Crunchling to take on this thief in an athletic competition? First of all, I have questions. I'm guessing the Crunchlings do work for the captain voluntarily, but man, they seem too willing to give for their human leader. It just seems a little culty to me. They just gladly give us, the person they just met, one of their young ones, and don't even bat an eyelash. Moving on from that dark rabbit hole, we start off by choosing one of 3 Crunchlings to raise. They have 3 stages of growth, getting taller and more hairy. Their size determines the speed of throwing, height of jumps, and how fast you go. Once chosen, we get to color and name our Crunchling. Then we are taken to Crunchling HQ.
This is your little buddy's new home. All of the comforts of Crunchium City, including plenty of Crunchium inside lots of Cap'n Crunch cereal. In order to feed this little Crunchling, just click one of these levers. You're gonna raise the best Crunchling athlete ever. Crunchlings need lots of praise, as well as plenty of Cap'n Crunch cereal. You can tell if your buddy needs a pat by looking at this bar. I guess you're ready to start your Crunchlings training. Good luck, and just click on this big screen if you need me. I'll stop in and see how you're doing later.
So, as the captain says, we need to keep our little guy content and full while we train our skills. Our first stop is Jurassica, where these conveniently located volcanoes spit rocks back and forth, and you gotta hit them for throwing skill experience.
All aboard my Jurassic car for a voyage to the time when the Crunchosaurus ruled the Earth. We're going to do some throwing practice. That's what I call making some time. On ashore for Jurassica! We're going to build muscle with some boulder throwing, and those lava rocks up above you are the perfect targets. Just use your arrow keys to move back and forth, and your spacebar to pick up boulders and throw them. No better exercise for the old throwing arm. Allow me to demonstrate. Still got the old touch. Good luck. Your marks. Get set. Go!
I tried for a while moving to shoot my targets, but quickly learned it didn't matter, so I fell back on just holding the spacebar in default position and scored just as much. I don't know if that says more about me or about the game. After training a level up to its maximum for the current stage of growth, the captain's screen comes down and gives you tips on the other mini-games.
How's the training going? I see this Crunchling could use a little more speed training in Backwardia. You need to practice all of the games for your Crunchling to keep growing. Good luck. Time to practice your speed, eh? Well, come with me. We're off to Backwardia.
Our next stop is Backwardia, where everything is done backwards except for the product placement.
This is Backwardia. Anything could happen in this crazy place, but it always happens backwards. You're going to race against this turtle on your skateboard, and you'll need to jump over all of the things in your way. Just press your right arrow key to skate, and the space bar to jump. On your marks, get set, go!
The obstacles consist of cones, crates, hot dog carts, trash cans, and construction barriers. Collecting the cereal pieces along the way grants bonus skill experience. After training enough for this stage of our Crunchling, we head back home where the captain talks to us about the jumping minigame.
Time to set sail for Computica, Crunchling buddy. We're going to do some jumping.
We are now off for Computica, a realm made out of motherboards, chips, fans, and other computer doodads. We have to jump up to the top platform using the moving computer chips, and as before, collecting cereal gets you more XP.
Land ho! Welcome to Computica. Here you'll practice jumping as you make your way up the... On your marks, get set, go! What magnificent jumping!
Once all skill levels are raised the same amount, the second stage of growth happens. Your Crunchling will get stronger and faster, making the minigames a breeze.
This little critter is about to go through a growth spurt. Terrific! Keep practicing, you two.
At this point, it's just repetition until you get to the final growth stage. After we pass the next skill milestone and enter the third growth stage.
Well, hello there! there! I can see you two have been busy. Looks to me like this Crunchling is about ready to grow to full size. Terrific! Keep practicing, you two.
We can either finish training until all of our gauges are full, or go ahead and take on the Crunchling Thief now.
Nice work, you two! You're ready to take on that Crunchling Thief. Okay then, let's just see how tough this character really is.
When we are ready for the final challenge, we go with the captain to confront the dastardly swindler.
I'm back, Crunchling Thief, and I have our best Crunchling athlete with me. It's time for you to keep your word and choose an event to challenge us. If we win, you and your band of thieves have to leave the center of the earth forever and return all of the Crunchium you stole.
He chooses from one of 3 minigames, all of which are fairly easy and are basically the same as the training levels.
Just like the simulation.
If we lose one of his challenges, he gives us another chance and lets us go back to HQ to train more.
He says he'll always be able to beat you, and he'll meet your challenge anytime. Hey, that means there's still a chance to save Crunchium City. Let's get back to training. We'll show these thieves yet. We'll be back, Crunchium Thief. Just you wait.
Geez, that Crunchium Thief guy sure is lenient. Once you do beat him, there is a big celebration of all the Crunchlings as the thief looks on in the shadows.
Way to go! You've saved Crunchium City and all the world's Crunchium. Thanks to you, there will be plenty of Cap'n Crunch cereal forever. 3 cheers for the greatest Crunchling athlete. The Crunchium Thieves are history. Together, we trained the greatest Crunchling athlete ever. 3 cheers for you and for Cap'n Crunch cereal.
The music in this game kinda slaps, especially the theme from Computica. The soundtrack was composed by British Audio Designs. And that concludes our tour for today. A fun, lighthearted adventure with some wacky sound effects and 2000s flash game attitude. I loved this game as a kid, and as an adult it still charms me. Also, the artifact of AOL Internet Access, which was bundled with a large amount of games back then. 250 free hours? What a deal. If you want to give this one a try, it's abandonware of course, so I'll leave a link in the description where you can get it. Thank you all for watching. If you're returning from my last video, thank you so much for sticking with me in this project. I hope to cover many more games and definitely learn as I go along. Have a good day, stay hydrated, and watch out for underground goblins stealing your cereal.